Hey everybody, welcome to Severe Weather Update. It is Tuesday, March 29th at about 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 8:30 p.m. Central, and we got a lot going on right now. I was going to do this video basically for tomorrow's threat, which is an enhanced threat, 4 out of 5 on the scale for Mississippi area, Alabama, Louisiana. But right now there is a lot going on, so let's get right to it. This is the day one categorical outlook for severe weather from the Storm Prediction Center. And as you can see, there is a slight threat of severe weather in the Iowa, Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma, and northern Texas area. But it has exploded right now. There are 2 tornado warnings and a whole bunch of severe thunderstorm warnings in effect right now. So let's get right to that. I have, I think, all of them listed here because I'm going to go right through the Twitter feed, which is two great websites to subscribe to, 2 Twitter feeds that I will show you. But let's start out with the severe thunderstorm watches that are in effect right now until 1 a.m. Central Daylight Time. We're looking at a bunch of areas in Oklahoma, including Oklahoma City. That's the first severe thunderstorm watch. The second severe thunderstorm watch includes parts of Iowa and Nebraska, including Lincoln and Omaha. And you can see on here what population centers, 1.8 million people under this severe thunderstorm watch. And remember, a severe thunderstorm watch does not mean tornadoes are not possible. It says a couple tornadoes possible right here on this National Weather Service graphic. The third severe thunderstorm watch is for Kansas, Topeka, Kansas City, Wichita, and you can see some of the other cities listed on here. That's until 12 a.m. Central Daylight Time. So, 3.5 hours or so to go. Let's look at the actual warnings that are in effect right now. And of course, this is a recorded video, so you need to go to your local weather authority to see what is in effect at the time that you are actually watching the video. But right now, while I'm recording this, there is a tornado warning in effect for Weston, Missouri, Dearborn, Missouri, Tracy, Missouri until 8:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time. So that's going to be expiring somewhat soon. Looks like the tornado warning for Easton, Kansas, Lomont, Kansas until 8:30 p.m. has already expired. Am I correct? Yeah, because it's about 8:37 p.m. So some of these tornado warnings have expired already. But then there's some severe thunderstorm warnings. Let's take a look at those. This is until 9:15 p.m. Central Daylight Time, so that still is going to be going on for another half hour or more for Fairview, Oklahoma, Helena, Oklahoma, Carmen, Oklahoma. You can see that on here. Till 8:45 p.m., so expiring soon for Lawrence, Kansas, Eudora, Kansas, Baldwin City, Kansas. But I mean, you can look on here. There is a severe thunderstorm warning after severe thunderstorm warning listed here. And these are all for today, 27 minutes ago, 29 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago. And what this is this is at NWS Severe T-Storm on Twitter. And that gives you immediate updates as to a severe thunderstorm warning. And then the tornado warning is the same thing. It's twitter.com NWS Tornado. So, again, that's how I get these warnings. But you can also see them on different radar sites, etc. And NOAA Weather Radio is a good source for any type of severe weather warnings, where it even gives you an alert if you have the right weather radio. So there's a lot going on right now in Kansas, Oklahoma, Iowa, and so through probably about midnight or 1 a.m. Central Time. If you live in that area, you want to stay alert to any possible severe weather. Anywhere in the yellow shaded area here on the Storm Prediction Center's outlook. Northern Texas, most of Oklahoma, the eastern portions of Kansas, Nebraska, Iowa, and parts of Missouri and Arkansas. And that threat is going to shift. Obviously, all these storms move from west to east as storm systems come across the United States, and this system is going to do the same. And tomorrow, there's going to be a much greater threat of severe weather, and I will point that out for you, more so in this area, starting around mid-morning to late afternoon tomorrow. So let's go right to that. That was the point of this video until I saw all the severe weather that's breaking out right now. But again, tonight I think the threat is mostly confined to smaller tornadoes, severe thunderstorms, hail, gusty winds, straight line winds. Tomorrow's threat is a greater threat for more severe weather, including EF2 tornadoes or worse. And I'm going to show you that here on the map. So first, I'm going to get out of this. Let's go ahead and go to the day 2 categorical outlook from the Storm Prediction Center. And as you can see, there is this area right here is the Category 3 to Category 4 severe weather. The MDT is moderate, but that's 4 out of 5. That's one of the worst that you can have on the severe weather outlook scale. And the entire state of Mississippi is included in this. The orange Category 3 area includes the entire state of Louisiana, including New Orleans, and basically the entire state of Alabama. It also includes parts of Arkansas and parts of Tennessee. So if you're in Arkansas, Tennessee, Louisiana, Mississippi in particular, or Alabama, tomorrow you need to be on the alert for a possible tornado outbreak and a day full of very damaging winds, severe thunderstorms, and hail. Let me show you the other chart that I have here. This is from the Storm Prediction Center, and they show some of the cities that are included here and the risks in a little more detail. Again, like I said, it's a moderate risk, but that is number 4 out of 5. Several tornadoes possible, some EF2 plus, so wouldn't be surprised to see an EF3 tornado tomorrow. Damaging winds, hail, and some of the main cities at risk here are listed. Some of the larger cities: Memphis, Tennessee; Mobile, Alabama; Jackson, Mississippi; Nashville, Tennessee; Little Rock, Arkansas; and Atlanta, Georgia. And I would add New Orleans, obviously probably the largest of any of those cities other than Atlanta. Here, that is in the orange area. So anywhere in this area here, you really need to have your eye out all day tomorrow. Luckily, it's not going to be in the middle of the night, but there is a possibility of some really, really bad weather tomorrow. Memphis, Tennessee; Jackson, Mississippi; Baton Rouge, anywhere in Mississippi basically, and as well as in the New Orleans area. And I'll try to give you some timing as to when this is going to occur based on some modeling. So if we look at, let me cancel that out. There we go. If we look at the NAM model, this is composite reflectivity, and we will bring it all the way back to current. As you can see, as we move forward, I think this is from a few hours ago when this model was run, by late today, about midnight tonight, and you can see the storms going through the area that they're going through right now, the Kansas, Oklahoma, Missouri area. But as we move this forward to tomorrow, let's see, that's valid at Wednesday, which is tomorrow, 12Z, so you subtract 5 hours to get to Central Time. Let's move to 15, so about 10 o'clock in the morning, whoops, let's move this back. This is at about 10 o'clock in the morning. You can see a line of storms coming through Missouri and Arkansas. Missouri really getting hit hard, but now the line concentrates and it gets very strong around 21Z. So that is approximately 16. It's about 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon is where Mississippi and Tennessee get hit hard. So from 4 to 8 p.m. tomorrow in the Missouri area, in the Mississippi area, is really when you need to be on the outlook for severe, severe weather, including a tornado outbreak. But all day tomorrow in this area, you need to be on alert. This is just a forecast. There's no way they know exactly when it's coming. But if I were going to guess, based on what I'm seeing here, Mississippi, the 2 to 7 p.m. time frame is when you're really going to get hit. And that's the center of where the most dangerous weather is forecast to occur. Let's now look at the SIGTOR, the significant tornado parameter, also based on the NAM model, which I just showed you. You can see tonight is some danger in the Kansas and Nebraska area. 3Z, that's around 11 p.m. Eastern time, 10 p.m. Central. So right about now, as you can see, there were tornado warnings issued. The significant tornado parameter does forecast some possible tornadoes in the Kansas and Nebraska area. And then that subsides and picks up big time tomorrow. 18Z, so that's around, it's hard for me to do this math, 13, that's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Louisiana is probably under the gun. And then as we move throughout the day, let's just do it like I said here. So we move 3 hours to 0Z, Louisiana, then starting to move into Mississippi by 21Z. Then by around, 7 p.m. tomorrow night, Mississippi is showing a high degree or high probability of tornadoes. So anywhere from 3 to maybe 9 p.m. tomorrow in the Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama area, you have a significant probability of tornadoes. And as you can see, that got into the orange range of 3. That's not severe on this SIGTOR model, but we've seen tornadoes form recently, and the oranges and purples were in those areas. I'm not seeing any purples right now. That's good news. But this model is pretty accurate and has shown to be accurate. So, and then it dwindles down as the day ends tomorrow. Basically, to sum up, if you're in this area, I will back this up a little bit. Anytime tomorrow from noon until 9 p.m., you just need to be on the lookout for severe weather and tornadoes. I guarantee that whole area that I circled there, a good part of it will have a tornado watch issued by sometime tomorrow morning by the Storm Prediction Center. They don't issue those, though, until much closer to the event. They're not going to issue them now. Right now, the severe weather threat is in this area, and that's where the severe thunderstorm watches are in effect. No tornado watches for that area, but tomorrow this area will have a tornado watch, at least, and there'll probably be 2 of them. One, let's just guessing here, but probably earlier in the day the tornado watch will be around here, and then as the day progresses they will shift the tornado watch to this area. But Mississippi will be under a tornado watch all day tomorrow. Parts of it probably earlier, and then other parts of it later, based on the prediction. The Cape and meteorologists understand this better than I do, but I want to learn it. But there's just significant energy in the atmosphere. Cape, as you can see, some of the things they talk about on here. Cape, I don't know how to interpret some of this stuff, but helicity, definitely a lot of shear. And if you looked at some of these, you would see the same areas flaring up as being conducive to the development of tornadoes and rotation in the atmosphere in these single supercells that form ahead of a squall line that is moving through as part of a low pressure system because of a big dip in the jet stream. If you were to look at the jet stream, it would come down like this and then back up. So there'll be cold weather coming down here, and then because of a low pressure system, warm moist air coming off the Gulf of Mexico, and that with the instability in the upper atmosphere and parts of the upper atmosphere just leads to these types of events at this time of year. So I want to learn more about it. I'm not a meteorologist. I always wanted to be one, though. So one of these days I might take a class with the National Weather Service. But some of this stuff is pretty easy to find on the internet. And again, those Twitter pages are very valuable as to the warnings, severe thunderstorm and tornado warnings. Highly recommend you bookmark those. Keep your NOAA weather radio on tomorrow. Keep an eye on the weather if you're in the Gulf Coast of the United States. And hope this update helps you. Thank you very much. Stay safe, everybody, and thanks for watching Severe Weather Update. Have a good night.